Right, joining us are my colleague Mukesh Shukla, who is in Dubai. Also joining us is Mr. Rakesh Rao, a veteran sports journalist. Gentlemen, welcome to this DD India News Hour. Mukesh, to you first. Tell us more about this drama by the Pakistani official of him walking away with the Asia Cup trophy.
Since the tournament start, if you see this, the Pakistan team and their player create the controversy with the Indians. Indian players they start, sledging. They are, showing a wrong attitude in the ground. When Farhan got 50, he shows his bat as a gun, and Harish Rao he shows some handshake, some waving like some flight, some jet was collapsing during this Sindoor attack. But the thing when it comes to end in this tournament, in the final, at the presentation ceremony, Naqvi has done above all of things because he may realize that he will give the presentation ceremony, he will give the award to the Indian side, and India knows his strategy. He could not want to shake hand again. They simply said, "Will not take this trophy from your hand. Will take some other." As dignitary will give us, we warmly welcome to get this trophy. But Indian captain knows, BCCI knows, and the Indian fraternity knows what Naqvi is thinking in behind the mind. In the already ground, we Indian batter and bowler, defeated Pakistan thrice in this tournament in a group stage, super over, as well as in the final, where they got some chance to, take revenge from India. But Indian batters Tilak Verma, Shivam Dube, Sanju Samson, they smashed their hope and clinched the victory and as well as left the trophy. But when Naqvi start creating this issue, earlier it was also Ramachandran, this team was not turned up in the presentation ceremony on time. Then Naqvi intervened in between that asked Pakistan team to come at least in the presentation ceremony. Then Naqvi, Indian captain said he will not take the trophy from the Naqvi because he cannot take this trophy. So Naqvi has to show some gesture because there are so many dignitaries. He can hand over to the trophy to other dignitaries and they can give the trophy as well as the medal. But he could not show this gesture. He simply take the trophy and away from the stadium, and everyone watching what Naqvi has done in this scenario. Even Surya Kumar Yadav and company, they celebrate the trophy. They celebrate their winning moment without the trophy, and doesn't shows they were upset and they feel bad. They said simply they won the match. They were the champion. Everyone knows who's the champion. Trophy, it's a material. Whosoever it will get, it's not a big deal. But he simply said that he is with the team, he is with the nation, and he strongly stands with their Indian Armed Force, those displayed in Sindoor operation in the Pakistan, and they have done on the field with the Pakistan.
And one quick question before we let you go, Mukesh. Shifting focus from the controversies to celebrations now. Any celebration planned by the team or for the team in India? I mean, when is the trophy likely to reach India?
See, as if now they couldn't get this trophy, BCCI secretary already passed this message. Please hand over this trophy to the Indian team, at least their hotel and the medal, because they deserve. But as if now they couldn't get this trophy, I don't think so. They will, make the trophy celebration. When they will get that the BCCI will decide what they will do with this trophy, whether they will celebrate or whether they will not. But as if now, if you see the press conference, Ramesh, the message was clear by the Sky and the captain Surya Kumar Yadav. He said he donate every amount, his fee of this Asian trophy to the Indian Armed Force, as well as he said he stand with the country, stand with the army, stand with the Air Force, stand with the Navy, their armed force since beginning when the tournament started. At the end of the Champions Trophy, he also stand in the same platform. He could not in a mood to compromise with any situation.
Or I will leave there for now, Mukesh. Thank you. Mukesh Shukla reporting there from Dubai. Right, going across to our guest, Mr. Rakesh Rao. Mr. Rao, there are I mean, what did you make of the endless controversies that dogged the tournament, particularly the drama involving the Pakistani official who simply walked away with the trophy?
Well, first of all, it didn't surprise me because it's very clear to me that if you refuse to shake hands with the opposition, which is not just an opposition, it's your enemy nation. And this nation refers to India in every context. You see their media, they term India as Dushman Mulk. Okay, now that means they treat us like enemies during war and peace. No matter whether it's wartime, peacetime, they refer to India as Dushman Mulk, Kafiron ka Desh, or whatever it is. Now, the point here is India and Pakistan are not friends. So when we don't shake hands, and especially in 2025, what has happened just a few months back, it is too close to that incident. So India agreeing to play in the Asia Cup that itself was so questionable. I mean, looking at the national sentiment, that particular decision was clearly, for me, it shouldn't have been taken. But then once taken, Indians land there, then they do what they deem fit. First, they refuse to shake hands with the team, and then Pakistan makes a big deal out of it because they had lost and lost badly to us. So they used it as a tactic to divert the minds of their own countrymen. Otherwise, they would have been, they would have faced criticism and beyond. But they just did that. That is one. Number two, the second match they lost, the entire focus was shifted to the kind of almost, I would call it pretty obscene gestures in the field of play by two Pakistanis, which is clearly objectionable. And then again, their loss was, they tried to, just hide behind these two. Day three, that is the third successive Sunday, India beats them. Pakistan starts well. India finishes, Pakistani, the top order starts well. Our bowlers finish well. Their bowlers start well. Our batters finish well. End of the match, India wins the trophy. Now, what do? When they knew that Indians will not accept the trophy from Naqvi, because this news came, it was rather confirmed yesterday in the morning that Naqvi would be there, which is the norm because he's the man who heads the ACC. So it goes without saying that he will be there and he would actually give away the trophy and blah, blah. But he knew it. What made him, stay there? He remained there, maintained his position on the dais. Now, as the head of the family, I'm actually describing it as a head of the family of the ACC. He could have and should have stepped back to salvage the situation. He did not do that. Why he did not do that? Because he's wearing too many hats. He's not only an ACC chairman, he heads the PCB, he's also an interior minister there. And his anti-India tweets it's for the world to see. So when you have a man who's wearing too many hats, he's got too many interests to serve, this was expected that he would not budge. He did not budge. And Indians hit them not only in the field of play, they hit them where it hurts the most. They made Indians wait. Indians did not go to the dais at all. And then they had their, share of celebrations without the trophy. That is mocking them even more. Now, the whole idea is, let us not forget that he is a politician from an enemy nation.
Right.
And he has been vocal about it. He never, he has never shown the basic courtesy there. That's why I say politician. He's a politician first. So what do you expect of him? So I had no expectations of him. I did not expect that he would actually, step back and let somebody else hand over the medals and the Asia Cup to, Surya Kumar Yadav and his men. I didn't expect that. Now what happens next? Now the ICC have so many ways of arm twisting ACC. It's very easy because the broadcaster says that 15% of the revenue, the promised revenue, goes to the full nations of the ICC. That means there are 5 full nations in the Asia Cup. So everybody gets about 15 million out of the share of 75 million, and the rest is given to the associate nations. Mm-hmm. Now, ICC can very simply say, you better hand over the trophy, the medals, and the action will follow. That doesn't have to wait till November when the ICC meets. They can hand over the trophy because it doesn't belong to them.
So Mr. Rao, where is the trophy now? I mean, when and how will it reach India?
Trophy is in is in the custody of the ACC, the
Okay.
Asian Cricket Council.
Okay.
They haven't handed it over to anyone.
Okay.
It's less than 24 hours now. But once ICC intervenes, it's very easy for them because
Right.
ICC is the one who actually runs Pakistan cricket. Because the broadcast money stays with ICC. They'll say we can always withhold this kind of money. And Pakistan cannot afford to take ICC head on.
Indeed. Mr. Rao, as we all know by now, politics is never far from sport, especially when stakes are high. Now, having listened to what you had to say just now, what are some of the lessons that sport administrators can take away from this edition of the Asia Cup?
First and the foremost, when India India remains the host of the Asia Cup of 2025. First decision was that itself was faulty. That is agreeing to play in the Asia Cup. We were the host. We could have very easily said, we are not hosting this particular edition. We are withdrawing. Whatever be the fine you can impose on us, we are willing to pay for it. Period.
Okay.
But that didn't happen. Indians gave you this, this particular feeling, which I thought was very surprising. Because after all these attacks, continuous attacks, Indians have tried to isolate Pakistan on all international forums. Asia Cup was a great opportunity for India to actually isolate Pakistan and say, look, we are out of it. This edition we are not hosting. You being the ICC, because the ACC is headed by a Pakistani, you go ahead with the tournament. Trust me, the broadcasters wouldn't have agreed to show this match at all because the deal is very simple. As many India-Pakistan matches, then only they step in. There is a clause there. So every match has to be held on a Sunday and maximum number of India-Pakistan matches. So minus India, ACC would have, this Asia Cup would have collapsed on its own.
Right.
So there's no question of, people going ahead and, allowing Pakistan to win their matches and win the trophy. That logic was completely misplaced. It was illogical. People who didn't understand sports were talking about sports. Secondly, all this thing about India is going to host the Commonwealth Games next. We are eyeing the the Olympic Games in 2036, Commonwealth Games in 2030. Leave that alone. That's a very different thing. It doesn't matter. Cricket is played in far lesser number of countries. And we think that cricket is big, in the world of sports. No, cricketing world is very small. World of sports is huge. So don't mix two things. Let's not mix apples and oranges here.
Fair enough.
So that logic it didn't stand any scrutiny. Anybody who understands sports would say, oh my God, what are they trying to sell to us? But now that we agreed to play, we had to win every single encounter, which we did. And that is where I'm saying we have hit Pakistan where it hurts. I'm so glad that we didn't win a one-sided match. We were made to struggle, but we came out stronger. We showed character. We showed mental strength. We knew that even on an off day, we could win. We showed that in the last time also. In the last game also, they were 91 after 10 overs. Bad day for the, new ball bowlers and all, but we bounced right back. Yesterday, we had a similar scene. Our bowlers bounced right back and almost humiliated them. 9 wickets and 33 runs were traded.
Right.
So it's like you showed them like this is where you belong. Okay, we didn't start well, but we still had the depth. We had the ammunition to hit back. And trust me, this defeat is going to hurt Pakistan like no other.
Indeed. And finally, very quickly, Mr. Rao, talking about India's journey to the final and eventual victory, what were some of the standout performances or moments for you?
I think it was a collective effort. I wouldn't like to say Abhishek did, great. And I don't want to put any other person down. There were moments when you needed bowlers to, raise their hand and say, okay, we will make a comeback. Indians could have been in trouble a lot of times because Indians didn't have a perfect match. There was no perfect match except the one, against the UAE, which is not even taken into account. But the point is that we had a team which was without the established names who have served India for so long. Credit to the youngsters, credit to our system. And that's why I'm saying when the chips were down, Tilak came to the party. Otherwise, it was Abhishek who set the foundation in every chase, every time we batted. Give credit to that one man, and he showed the way. And yesterday, when he didn't score, his importance stood really tall and large for the world to see that when Abhishek doesn't score, what happens?
Mr. Rao, pleasure as always to talk to you. Thank you for your time. Much appreciated.